Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Chicago Sky as they play against the Minnesota Lynx. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. Here's Queen. And already just a little bit into the season, the elite teams are starting to separate themselves.
Yeah, and for the teams in the opposite position, this is a critical time as well. You don't want to dig too big of a hole.
Absolutely. With the level of competition in the WNBA, it's not easy to get back into playoff position once it hits the midway point of the season. That is a quick foul for her there. The refs are calling it close.
And so it's Chicago with it. Pass to Cunningham. Queen fires the three. And she's good on the three ball.
Well, Cunningham is such an impressive distributor, and passes like these are why her teammates love playing with her.
Smith with it. Mitchell, Petty defending. Now here's Collier. Gray with it. Over Queen. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
The mechanics of Gray's jumper, when you break them down, are unshakable. The team's confidence in her abilities is well placed.
To the middle. Here's Williams. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
Right out of the gates, and they are locked and loaded. No misses and 3 scores early.
And the foul called on Smith. That's her first foul.
First personal foul, team's first. First team foul.
And in the first, little over a minute and a half in, Collier outside. Over Cunningham. It's hauled in by Smith.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Now here's Petty. Pass to Smith. To the paint. Now Queen. 5 on the clock. Williams sets the screen. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's just a nice start.
Now here's Gray. Queen covering. Gray left side. Smith outside. Collier. The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. Good on the triple.
Well, a consistent three-point shooter like Mitchell always has an answer. She goes right to the line and strikes back.
Now here is Queen. She's got 8. Inside. From 11 feet away. And Williams gets it to go. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now here's Gray. Defense is right there. Pass to Mitchell. Collier with it. Shoots the 3. Fakes it out to Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Personal foul.
Well, still early in her career, lots of room for Nalissa Smith to grow, and that's scary.
And you watch Nalissa Smith, she is it. Minnesota trailing. Outside Miller. Collier. She's guarded by Stevens. The jump hook. The bank shot, no good. Pass to Queen. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Mengiadu. So the Lynx now. It's stolen by Queen. Down low. Milic. And good that time.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Collier. Back to Thomas. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
And you got to give credit to Collier for the find. Her 6'2" height allows her to have a clean view of the court, doesn't miss open teammates.
Here's Queen. 8 points for her. It doesn't go for her. Nice D from Charlie Collier. And the basket by Collier.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
It's Jasmine Jones on the wing. Miller defending. Here's Queen. Knocks down the... three ball.
She has shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves.
Pass to Collier. Collier with it, working on Stevens. And it's going to be 2 free throws, true contact on the shot. And first trip to the free throw line for her in this one. First free throw is good. The Sky making a switch here. She's perfect from the line this time. Chicago with the ball. 3-point lead. Here's Queen. And that one is stuffed right through.
She's going to put that one in her scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're just starting to rub it in. Built up a lead, and here we go. It's showtime.
And why not? The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have this team on the ropes.
Now here's Miller. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Screened by Smith. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, tough start scoring, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, they seem to have taken the lid off the basket, gaining a little bit of confidence.
See if they can keep rolling.
Left side, Stevens. Pass to Queen. To the inside. Smith, no good.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game.
Now here is Queen. 13 points in this game.
Wow. 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something else on defense.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Mitchell with it. She has 6. Gray outside. Mengiadu. From past the arc, Chelsea Gray, and that's good.
What focus from Gray, a point guard by trade and maybe in the scorebook. She can also score without the basketball.
Well, Brian, Chelsea Gray is the whole package and really a true point guard.
Well, she's consistent with her scoring, and she can really move the ball around. One of the better shooters as far as percentage in the WNBA.
Now here's Gray. 9 points in the game. Pass to Mengiadu. Mitchell, Petty defending. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Gray with it, now guarded by Smith. Tries it from 16. The rebound by the Sky. Now here is Queen. She's got 16. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Smith outside. Pass to Mengiadu. And looks like an illegal pick was set, but that'll get the ref's attention.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Queen, shot is good.
Well, they can't ask much more of her than what she's done this quarter.
Now the Lynx with it. 8-point game. Mitchell up top. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Smith. And so it's Chicago with it. Pass to Queen. Screen by Smith. Now Queen. The 3. That shot, no good. Buried from outside, but I don't know. I think we may see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they're going to review the tape.
And, you know, they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever, so why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
Yeah, how about that? How far technology's come.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter had come to an end before the shot.
Yeah, it's still important to have a second look at it. The technology's available, so you've got to utilize it.
And the second half about to start in just a few moments. Queen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And those threes have been dropping for her. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, this could not have been a more productive day for her from long range.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Here's Petty. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. To the paint, here's Williams. Great pass to set up the land.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Now Petty. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Smith. Four on the clock. Queen with the ball. Nailed from 3. Point land.
So reliable, guys. Her offense, it doesn't come and go. It's always there.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark.
Not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Petty with it. Gray picks her up. Nice shot by Petty.
There's a pattern taking shape. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Yeah, 4 of their last 5 baskets have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Gray. 9 points in the game. Will it go? And here is Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. And it's Cunningham with the rebound.
She's just not been on her game. The deficit, it's really not totally on her, but she hasn't helped the situation.
Pass to Queen. Williams the screen. Here's Queen. And again, it's the Sky from deep.
3-pointers keep dropping. You sense the frustration mounting for these defenders, their coaches, their fans, everyone.
Yeah, they just have not been able to take that shot away.
Minnesota calls a timeout.
That was amazing. Let's hear it for your Minnesota answers.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. 17-foot shot on the way. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
They got one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third quarter.
Now here is Queen. Gray defending, and stolen by Smith. Mitchell outside. Gray outside. Pass to Smith. Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
3-pointer. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Watch out. Now that she's got her first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Chicago now. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And here's Smith. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
All the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
They've found holes in the D, and they're really exploiting them.
Here's Gray. Great D that time from Elizabeth Williams. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the middle. That's another one for her. Her 5th in just 7 shots.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Egbo. Shoots over Williams. Egbo, no good. On offense, here the Sky. Now Petty. Queen with the ball. And they're gonna count the bucket and send her to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Teams first.
So both teams making some changes here. This Lynx squad struggling. Collier outside. Miller. They can't stop the run with that one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Queen with the ball. Thomas on her. Milic. The 3-pointer is on target.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
And there are the Sky with another bucket.
This is a nice third quarter surge they've got going on right now.
Yeah, and it's a great time to get hot just as we get into the meat of the second half.
Absolutely. Build some distance. Try to get things going.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Sky delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from the break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. That scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Queen with the ball. There's a screen by Stevens. Queen. And another basket for Chicago.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, you just made me hungry. But that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were in tight. They've established themselves inside. Where's the cheese?
Lots of talk about expansion in the WNBA. Can we see a team in Canada, guys?
I hope so, and I think Toronto is the place to go. They love hoops out there, and the Raptors already have a great fan base you could tap into.
Well, during the 2023 preseason, the WNBA held a game in Toronto that was sold out. And with the amount of Canadian players we're seeing in this league, I think it'd be a great move.
Pass to Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. Good. She hits the jumper.
There isn't a part of the court that Mitchell won't let it fly. When she hits from the mid-range, it just increases the headache for the D.
Queen, shot is good.
They're in good position here thanks in part to her efficient scoring.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Mitchell outside. Drops in the tray.
She's putting on a commanding performance here. She's now hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Queen, and she comes up with the deuce.
Shaky defense down low again. It's just been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like this inside.
The 3 from Jasmine Thomas. Another 3 for Minnesota.
Just a devastating shot. If you can perfect it, the pull-up. And for a point like Thomas, it's a must-have in your arsenal.
Inside. Pass to Jones. Now Queen. She's covered by Thomas. Down low. Village. Shot is good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Now Mengiadu. Miller. The 3 from Jasmine Thomas. Stevens grabs the board. And so it's Chicago with it. Now here's Jones. Pass to Stevens. Queen. She's covered by Thomas. Back to Stevens. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
A prototypical stretch 4. Stevens' range extends way beyond the 3-point line.
Mitchell with it. Takes the 3. Stevens grabs the board.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense has taken a big chance leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Stevens the screen. Here's Queen. Sweet little floater.
Oh, that's an elegant move to drop in the floater.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Smith, she's guarded by Stevens. Mitchell outside. They need this. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, Mitchell's really in a groove tonight. She's not being shy at all about shooting the rock.
Now here is Queen. D right on her. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
To the middle. Here's Smith. Here's Mengiadu. Off target with the jump hook. Here's the 3. Queen, shot is good.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Here's Chicago now. From downtown. And again, it's the sky from deep.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous, really, for them from three-point range.
Chicago.
Yeah, a ton of their points coming from long range here. What a barrage.
And what a time to hit the threes.
No problem for Chicago as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate.
We would like